Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. The Indiana Fever preseason has officially come, and it has officially gone. Final roster cuts will have to be made this upcoming week by May 15th. The Indiana Fever close out the preseason 3-0. Victory against the Mystics, victory against the Brazilian national team, and another victory this afternoon against the Atlanta Dream. Caitlin Clark, in 23 minutes of play, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. In 23 minutes, Caitlin Clark already shows all of us who are watching along, stay tuned, folks. Multiple triple doubles are coming this season. You guys saw what I did in 23 minutes. Wait until I'm playing 30 plus. Wait until I'm playing 35 minutes. Wait until my chemistry with my teammates are all the way there. Wait until Stephanie White fine-tunes this offense around me a little bit more, tweak something here, tweak something there, and we get really into the swing of things. If you're a Caitlin Clark fan, an Indiana Fever fan, you got to be happy with what you're seeing from Caitlin Clark. There is no sophomore slump. There is no second-year step back. There is none of that. And what we saw in the blue uniforms today, I need to say this. In the blue uniforms, you can tell Caitlin Clark looks much stronger, much thicker, much more definition, more muscular. The clothes are fitting a little tighter this year than they did last year, and I don't think she went down a size. I think she bulked up a size. Caitlin Clark had this play earlier in the game going coast to coast. So for everybody who's, her ankle, her leg, she's hurt, she's fine. Not only is she fine, she looked fine. Am I overly thrilled with the half-court offense that I saw today? Overly thrilled? No. But again, this is preseason. I'm not going to start burning people at the stake until these games actually count a week from today. But you have to be positive, saying, wait, we didn't play our best against the Mystics. The Stouters didn't look too good, but we still came back and won that game. Nice. We looked amazing against the Brazilian national team. Caitlin Clark looked pretty damn good today against the Atlanta Dream, and although our starters around her may not have looked the best, let's be honest, we still won the game. These are positive things that Stephanie White and the coaching staff and the players can take out of these games. Wait, we're not playing our best against WNBA competition and we are still winning these games? Love to see that aspect over there. Indiana Fever, Natasha Howard, 16 minutes. Aliyah Boston, 20 minutes. Kelsey Mitchell, 20 minutes. Sophie Cunningham, 15 minutes. It would have been longer. Sophie Cunningham went down. She rolled her ankle. Looked to be a severe ankle roll. We didn't see her back in the game. Sophie, hope everything's going to be all right. Does that put pressure on this front office to maybe keep Jaylen Brown over a certain Brianna Turner? I'm not sure. Depends on the severity of the injury. I hope it's not too severe. I hope with some TLC a week from today, Sophie Cunningham will be ready to perform against the Chicago Sky. Caitlin Clark, like I said, 3 for 8 from three-point line, 5 for 11 from the field, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 13 points. This was a smooth 13-7-6. She was dinking and diming and nice over to Aliyah Boston. Let me talk about Aliyah Boston for a second. Aliyah Boston today, positives. Aliyah Boston, Aliyah, I still need you to hold those screens longer. But today, watching you slip off those screens and hold your defender behind you as you're getting a lob pass from whether it was Sophie, a lob pass whether it was Caitlin Clark, a lob pass whether it was Sydney Colson, whatever the case may be, watching you pin that defender on your back, on your butt, keeping them there as you caught that, loved to see it, Aliyah Boston. I need better finishing than 3 for 7. I need better free throw shooting than 3 for 5, but I got to take the positives with the positives. And what I saw from Aliyah Boston when it came to keeping her defender behind her, she looked good. She looked good most of the time in the post today. She didn't get moved off her spot too much. On the other end, she didn't do good. Let's be honest. But I liked what I saw for the most part from Aliyah Boston today. Getting into the bench, DeWanna Bonner. Yes, DeWanna Bonner didn't start. She's going to be starting once we're back in business. Brianna Turner, 21 minutes. Sydney Colson, 20 minutes. Lexi Hull, 23 minutes. Lexi Hull, playing with the most confidence I've ever seen Lexi Hull play with. More confidence than last year, more confidence than I've seen her in Unrivaled. Lexi Hull has clearly been working on her game. And what we saw in the first 2 preseason games, what we saw last year, what we saw in Unrivaled, she gets into the paint and she does a quick little 7-foot, 8-foot mid-range shot, and it is always short-armed. It always hits the front of the basket. Today, she seemed to go out there with a purpose of making sure she gets more lift underneath those shots, and we saw it come into effect, 6 for 12. She missed the first 2 of those, I believe, and then made 3 straight of those exact same type of shots. Lexi Hull played well today. Defensively, she played well. Offensively, she played well. In the fourth quarter, offense was looking very stagnant. Offense was looking very stiff. In comes Michaela Timpson. In comes Lexi Hull. Bye-bye. We'll see you later. Off. You guys can take the rest of the night off. Lexi Hull, keep playing with that confidence. The shot's going to fall. Keep playing with that confidence. The shot's going to fall. Let's talk about Sydney Colson and Brianna Turner. DeWanna Bonner, I have no worry in your game at all. I love your game. 3-level scorer. Can play defense. Can play the small ball 5. Can play the 4. Can play the 3. Can guard the 3, 4, and 5. Love it. A couple times I saw you not want to pull the trigger from 3. As you are perfectly fine. If you want to pull it from 35, pull that shit from 35. That's the faith I have in you as a player, DeWanna Bonner. Whether you make it or miss it, you're going to give me the effort on the defense, and I have enough confidence, and you take it. Pull that shit. Pull that shot. Brianna Turner and Sydney Colson. Let's get into it. Brianna Turner, 21 minutes. Sydney Colson, 20 minutes. Why did Brianna Turner play 20 minutes? Why didn't we see Jaylen Brown and Michaela Timpson until the fourth quarter? Great questions. Now, we can cut the benefit of the doubt here. We want to see Brianna Turner more. We want to give her a final look against WNBA competition. Michaela Timpson, we already know she's going to stay with the team. We want to give Brianna Turner this look to see what decisions to make moving forward. Based on how in the fourth quarter came, Timpson and Jaylen Brown were just thrust in there at the same time. I'm leaning towards the 9 that we saw with, I know Sophie started today, but with Sophie, Lexi coming off the bench, Brianna Turner, Sydney Colson. That seems like a 9 that Stephanie White was saying, this might be my rotation going forward. Let's ride with it and see what we can get in 3 quarters out of this group. My gripe with that, Michaela Timpson needs to be in that spot instead of Brianna Turner. Defensive versatility, give me Timpson. Finishing around, give me Timpson. Guarding multiple positions, give me Timpson. Length, Timpson. I don't want to sound like a hater, and trust me, I don't want this to come across like that at all. Brianna Turner hasn't been impactful to me whatsoever when she's on the court. It's like the Tobias Harris. Oh, Tobias Harris is out there. Oh, Brianna Turner is out there. Oh, she is out there. What has she done? I'm not sure. The plus minus is a little bit misleading at times. She might have the best plus minus out of everybody on the bench. Damn sure didn't feel like she was the most impactful. When it comes to a rotation, I for sure want Timpson part of that 9-man rotation. Whether it's Timpson, Dantis, Hull, Cunningham, perfect. Whether it's Timpson, Sophie, Hull, Colson, whatever. Sydney Colson needs to be 10th person off the bench. Brianna Turner needs to be 11th person off the bench. And what I saw today, if Dantis isn't ready to go, if she's still recovering from whatever leg injury she has, I know it was family issues the first few games, and now they said leg injury. I'm not sure how severe or serious that is. Dantis needs to be in there. She needs to be in there. She gives us versatility offensively, and she gives us the ability defensively to play smaller and put some dogs around her. Because Dantis defensively does know how to utilize her body. Small things I'm going to nitpick about is that rotation. But we're going to monitor that. We're going to keep an eye on that. If it was up to me, I'm cutting Turner and keeping Jaylen Brown. Up to me. Jaylen Brown is impactful. Jaylen Brown's going to bring 100% all the time. Jaylen Brown at least makes a play once a game where it's like, oh, there's Jaylen Brown coming in from out of nowhere, like Randy Orton hitting the RKO out of nowhere for a rebound. She had a nice little two-main game with Michaela Timpson, dumped it off to Timpson, boom, double team came, Timpson back out to Brown, pull up, bang. I would prefer Brown, but I think they're going to lean towards Turner. It is what it is. I'm not going to throw food over it. Box score, 43% from the field, didn't shoot our best. 35% from three, fine. 69% from free throws. These are back-to-back games. We didn't shoot good from the free throw line. Game number 1, 98, 99%, right? Game 2, 70-something%. Game 3, 69%. We need to be a 80 to 85% free throw shooting team. We need to shoot at least 80% as a team. Because these games of 70%, I'm not rocking with. I'm not rocking with. Something else that I want to see improve going into a week. We have a whole week. Fast break points. 8 fast break points. That's not Indiana Fever basketball. That might be old guard WNBA basketball. That's not Indiana Fever basketball. That might be an updated version. Like, this offense looks updated, looks WNBA updated. This doesn't look like a Caitlin Clark offense. Doesn't look like an Indiana Fever. It doesn't. It looks like an updated WNBA offense where things look nice, just not what we're accustomed to nor want to see. Nor do we think it would be. Things look good, but there needs to be tweaks along the way to kind of tailor this thing around some of Caitlin Clark's strengths a little bit more, because the roster's there. Now we need to tweak some of the offense around that as well. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy. Where is Michaela Timpson? We might have to bring that back this year. If Timpson's not part of this rotation, I might not be a happy camper. If it leads to wins, it leads to wins. If it leads to not looking as good as I think we should look, take it easy.